Welcome to 96.3 OHM Radio. This is Tales from the Manor, presented by Enough Pie, a nonprofit organization in Charleston's Upper Peninsula that uses creativity to connect and empower the community. Tales from the Manor features a conversation with residents of Joseph Floyd Manor with me, Jae Smith, and my co-host, Summer Anderson. Joseph Floyd Manor is a public housing high-rise in Charleston's Upper Peninsula filled with unique and wise elders who have incredible stories to share with the world. We're here to shine a little light on these neighbors and learn a little more about the people that came before us. So thank you for listening. Today, I'd like to welcome our special guest, Anthony Johnson. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today, Anthony.
All right. Thank you for having me.
No problem. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
That's great.
We're so excited to hear a little bit about your life today.
Yes, well, it was a good one.
It's still going.
Yeah.
Can you share where and when you were born and a little about your childhood?
Yes. I was born in Somerville, place called Old Orangeburg Road,
Okay.
128 Ankrum Lane. You know, I had a good childhood. I went to Austin High School in Somerville. I was one of the first to integrate when they integrated back in 60, I think it was 68 or 69. They integrated, and I went to Somerville High. That's where I graduated, from Somerville High. And, you know, I was back and forth from Miami to back and forth. I did a lot. I did about 17 years in Miami, but most of my time lately I did it up here, like 20, 30 years, you know. But I was born in Somerville.
What was that like to be one of the first to integrate?
You want to know the truth about it? We didn't like it.
No.
You know, we really didn't like it. But but the principal from Austin High School, his name was John Gregg. He said, y'all might as well get with it because the program going to go on, you know. And to the end to now, I seen it. It's, you know, now you got everything is racial relationships, you know, black and white marriages and everything, but that started it. Basically, that started it when they integrated.
Yes, when they start spending all day together and going to school.
Yes.
It's amazing to have been a part of that. Do you feel that when you look back and see where we are now?
Yes, I look back at it, you know, and I feel it's accomplishment to get from where I was to now. Like, my childhood, I didn't know nothing about no cell phone and all that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And another thing, our parents back then used to drill us, you know, and make us do like ABCs and all that.
Right.
You had to learn it or hold your hand out, get chopped. Back then, you couldn't call 911 on your parents.
No.
You know, you get beat down.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds
You don't know where you're going to go.
Yes, it sounds funny.
Right.
But that was the way it was back then, you know, and I seen a lot. You know what I mean? You know, but I thank God for being here right now tonight among y'all people just, you know, talking about it because it do make you feel good to talk about it because a bunch of my friends and stuff, what I knew, they done passed away and they can't talk about it.
Right. And honoring them by telling the story.
Yeah. But mostly what I say is the truth, though. You know, I don't have no reason to just, you know, fabricate. But I felt good being a part of the change. I can truly call it a change because I came through, I seen a part of the, you know, racism and all that.
Yeah.
You know, as growing up as a little kid, I saw the colored bathroom. I seen the white bathroom, you know. And today, it's really accomplishment, like just like Martin Luther King said. He know one day they'll hold hands,
Yes.
and
They'll hold hands together.
It done came to pass.
It's true.
What do you think your biggest trial to get over during the whole integration process? What was the biggest thing that you had to deal with in that process?
That's a good one there. Just deal with, what I'm saying? Just go along with the program. That's basically what I always did, just go along with the program, and try to do the right thing, because it's a right and wrong. Mm-hmm. And if you know right from wrong, you know what to do.
Right.
See, I ain't gonna sit up here and say I ain't always know right from wrong now. I used to do wrong, plenty wrong, but, and wrong outweigh right. But when it all boils down, right, if you do right, you're gonna be blessed for it. You truly gonna be blessed for it. I'm 67, and I thank God for, being there, got my hair gray and all that, and I thank God, because a bunch of my friends, they can't say that, tonight. Yeah. I really, he's my higher power. I say Yahweh. I call him Yahweh. I got an open line to the man. I talk to him constantly.
Good.
Yeah. Hey, God, how you doing? I'm sorry I ain't mean to smoke this cigarette and drink this coffee before I talk to you, but I messes up. I always mess up. But, he always there to lift me up.
Right. He's forgiving. Mm-hmm. That's always been his biggest tagline.
Yeah.
Open arms.
Mm-hmm.
When you were younger, what person had the biggest impact on your life?
My mom.
Your mom.
My girl.
Aww.
It used to be my girl.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, old girl. That's what I used to call her,
And can you tell us, a mother is a major role in a person's life.
Yeah.
So it may be hard to put into words how she impacted you, but can you talk a little bit about some of her...
She taught me to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. But I always try to take the shortcut. I always try to be slick. But Mom would always catch it, and back then, you couldn't call 911 when they go upside your head. Come on, you think I'm something to play with? Come here. You think I'm something to play with? Pow!
Yeah.
Just that quick.
That was just part of it.
Mm-hmm. But I really enjoy my mom. She was good. She was my inspiration. She taught me to do right. She taught me, although I used to, time I get with the boys, I'd try to, sneak a fast one in the game. Mm-hmm. But if she found out about it, up against your head,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game over.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you have any siblings growing up with your mom, or was it just you? Are you the only child?
No, I got a sister, Melanie, and I got 3 more brothers. I got a brother, Ricky. He's in Texas. Mm-hmm. He just retired from the prison system.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He just retired as a lieutenant, but he moved to Texas. Mm-hmm. My baby brother is a policeman. He's been in police in Dade County, Metro Dade, for since he got out of school, and that's over 30, 40 years.
Wow.
And my sister, Melanie, she's a mail carrier for Miami.
Nice.
And where are you in that lineup? Are you the oldest, middle child?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest?
Yes, I'm the oldest.
I'm the oldest too. We're the best child.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm the oldest.
So when you were in Miami, did you go back and forth to Charleston and Miami, or did you spend...
Yeah, because I used to get in trouble. I used to get in trouble.
Okay.
I ain't gonna, I used to get in a lot of trouble.
That's all right.
I get in trouble, my grandmama call my mama, hey, you gotta come get him.
So your grandma's in Miami?
No, my grandmother, I used to stay with my grandmother.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because at that time, my mom and my brothers and sisters, each one of us got, the same mom, all us, but then my stepfather, he's not my father, but he raised me from like about 7. You know, so I got the utmost respect for him today. He's my father, you know.
Right.
You know, he
Yeah.
really, you know, he took that honor, that spot. He took it, you know, for how he raised me, you know. I just saw him a couple of weeks ago.
You did.
Came up here and got crazy.
He,
Eating all kind of stuff. Couldn't know he don't supposed to eat it, and had went to the hospital.
Oh, Lord.
The doctor ain't gonna tell me what to eat.
oh God.
I eat what I want to eat. Got back from Miami sick.
Oh no.
You know, and he's 85.
Okay.
You know, he 85 years old, and he do good too, you know.
Well, that's very interesting because I grew up with the same thing. My stepdad has raised me since I was, I think, about 4 or 5, and I consider him.
He got the trophy.
Yeah, he has
got
the
the
trophy
crown.
in my life. So it's really interesting to hear that other people, you know, have had to go through that kind of thing, and how you kind of have to make the choice to let them be that role and to accept them as that person in your life, because in the back of your mind you're like, okay, this is not necessarily my birth kind of thing, but this is kind of an opportunity from God for me to choose the people that are in my life and what roles they get to play. So how was that transition for you? Was it easy for you to accept him as your dad, or did you find it
Yes.
hard at the beginning?
For the reason I could have accepted him as for my dad, like, he treated each one of us the same, you know.
Right.
You know, he did, you know, he did what he supposed to do as a dad. He stepped up.
That's
You
good,
know what
yeah.
I mean? He stepped up. Because really, I didn't know my real dad. You know, matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, I went and got I had to get me a birth certificate. And on the birth certificate, it said, father unknown.
Wow.
But see, back then, they would, and she said, Mr. Johnson, was you born in a hospital? I said, no. I was midwife,
Yep.
you know,
At
back
your house.
then. Yeah, and in your house. And, you know, but they put it on file. Then I looked at the date on it, and the day, they didn't put that on file. 3 months later, but I got my actual
Birthday.
birthday, but it wasn't filed 3 months later.
Right.
Wow.
The lady, we traced it. I like to be traced stuff. You know, I like yeah, I like to keep up on stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you could hold on to any memory from your life, which one would it be?
A good memory would be when me and my brothers all got together and just went out just before my sister's, her wedding. Well, she done got married, but it was just like, you know,
Party to
yeah,
commemorate.
like a party, and we went and we hung out. We got, you know how, I don't know, you a lady, we got that brother, you know, that brother.
Yeah.
We went crazy that
I
night,
like
you know.
it. You painted the town red.
Yeah, we did that.
How long ago was that?
That was back like about, actually, 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the older you get, the more you appreciate your siblings.
Yes.
When you're little, you don't really appreciate them very much. 'Cause
Right,
They
you
just
just-
drive you crazy. But
Yeah.
when you get older, you
It's
come
there.
together.
It'll be a bond. It'll be a bond, you know.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Jae Smith with my co-host Summer Anderson, and we're talking to Anthony Johnson about his life in Somerville and integration, and a little bit about his past here. So we're going to take a short break now and play a song that Mr. Johnson picked. It's called Make Me Yours by Betty Swan. So enjoy the music, and thanks for listening to OHM Radio, your nonprofit, non-commercial radio station.
For always. Now that I found you, I wanna stay around you. So make me yours, make me yours, make me yours. You already claimed me, my heart and my soul. Now I want you to take full control. Yeah, I need the love that only you with loving arms, make me feel secure and warm, cause my heart to run. Now that I found you, I wanna stay around you. So make me yours, make me yours. Now that I found you, I wanna stay around you. So make me yours, make me yours. Take me, baby, you want me to be. So whatever you need, you can always find it in me. Yeah, love me, baby, and keep me by your side. Wherever you go, I'll go and be satisfied. Yeah, all of my friends said, girl, don't.
And we're back. Thank you so much for tuning in to 96.3 Ohm Radio, your nonprofit, non-commercial local radio station. We are broadcasting live from Workshop at 1503 King Street inside the Ohm Radio station. My name is Summer Anderson, and I, along with Jae Smith, are the host of Tales from the Manor. For those of you who are just joining us, we've been talking with Anthony Johnson, our guest this week, about his family integrating schools in the 60s.
Yeah, now we're going to talk a little bit about the song you chose and your great love. I love this song. It is really smooth.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, and it has a great little, love story going on
It's a
in
feel-good
it.
song.
So I know that you've been in a relationship on and off for, 34 years now?
Yes.
That is a long time.
Yeah. Off and on.
Yeah.
Cheating and everything.
Oh, my goodness.
I did that.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I actually know her, and she's great, and I didn't realize that you guys have been together so long. So how did you even originally meet?
We met in a club.
In a club?
Yeah, I saw over there her and her sister, and they had a couple of guests from out of town, so I sent around. Back then I had plenty of money. I thought I was all that, and I sent around over there, and then I danced with her, and next thing you know, we just, talk, and just after that, I met her mother, and her family and stuff, and, we were together ever since, off and on. But I was married. But after a while, my wife caught up with it. I say it was 87, but I think it was 93. I finally got divorced. Then I got into trouble. I got in trouble trying to get this fast money. Back then, so your pockets could be fat.
Yeah.
And got knocked, but I lost back and forth through the years. I can always call her, but I lost her number on that last one when I went to prison. And a roommate came in from Charleston, little young boy. So they have cell phones, they got the cell phones in there in prison. And he was calling the number, and he said, Curtis. Then I said, you know Curtis? He said, yeah. Then I said, yeah, well, Curtis' aunt, me and her used to go together. And that's how I got her number back in the penitentiary.
Wow.
That's
I was
amazing.
in Ridgeland, and that's how I got the number. And I called her on the phone, and I told her, I said, I was going through. And she says, well, you can come with me. That's the Joseph Floyd. When I got out, I was there with her. That's my girl.
Well, it's amazing that even prison, which most people would not think of as a blessing, is what reconnected y'all.
Right.
Right.
And so even what some may consider a failure is just new information, redirecting your life.
Yeah. Sometimes we take the long way around, but we always get back
That's
to
true.
what's meant for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it
Exactly.
back on track.
How long were you in prison?
Like almost 6 years.
Were you scared before you went?
No, cause I'm ready to do what I gotta do. I'm gonna
Right.
live.
Yep.
You know, I'm not. I mean, if anybody take my life, it'd be God.
Well, that's true.
And I'm, you know, I learned how to sleep
Mm-hmm.
with one eye open, one closed, and hear, I can hear a man walking on concrete, barefooted.
It's
That's
90.
how you had to live.
Right.
That was survival.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You had to be
Mhm.
particular. They got the gangs in there and all, you know, all type. You might the next door neighbor might be a murderer.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do know.
Oh,
And
you do know, and it's
Yeah.
not good, so you
Yeah,
better
it's
sleep with
not
one eye
good.
open.
Yeah, so really, you know, you don't
Yeah.
want to, you know, but you pick who you deal with. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, and you got to play fair.
That's right.
You know, in there, if you get those people's stuff, like you might go there and, hey, I need a couple of Jack Macs. That's you know, like cooking and all
Yeah.
that. And you tell them you're gonna do this, and at that time, that's what they're looking for.
Right.
You know, it's your word is your bond,
Mm-hmm.
and it's they call it the interest and the principle.
Mm-hmm.
The principle is the original money that you borrowed,
Right.
but the interest
Yeah.
is what they add to the
Exactly.
original money,
And who
you'll
knows?
never pay the principal. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll never pay the interest
Right.
if you just keep, you know,
Yeah.
messing up. You know.
What did it feel like the day you walked out of prison?
Oh man, this, you know, I was really relieved, you know,
Yeah.
when they came and picked me up.
Mm.
You know, Dorothy picked me up
Mm-hmm.
with her niece and
Mm-hmm.
nephew. They came and picked me up, and
Mhm.
you know, since then I done moved on up. You know, when I went there, I didn't have nothing, but now I'm trying to,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get back. And you know, God bless me every day.
Yeah.
He really do.
Right.
You know. And sometimes it get aggravating, you know, too. But that's in life. All that's in life. You know, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days. You know. But what make days so good when you can be able to, you know, at the end of the day, sit down, hey, honey, you know, I backtrack, and I'm sorry for what I said earlier,
Right. Right.
like that. And that's the way you live, you know, that's the way I try to do it.
Just take responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any regrets?
Yeah, I got regrets, because if I had a schedule on my life, a lot of things I wouldn't have do what I did. You know, I would have did just the opposite, but it molded me. You know, whatever I did, it molded me. It's just like when they talk about the potter's house, when you take and mold the clay,
Yeah.
it molded me.
Yeah.
You know, and I listen. You know, I got an open relationship with God. That's the way I feel. I done been shot up, all type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Shot, you know,
Yeah.
on my deathbed. I said, God, please don't take me.
Yeah.
Don't take me. And this was 1972. I'm on the sixth floor of MUSC getting bullet took out of me, and my wife on the seventh floor having my oldest son.
Wow.
Like, I'm saying, I'm going.
Oh,
And he
man.
coming. Lord, please let me see my son.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out like that.
No.
And you know, that basically changed my whole attitude and stuff toward life.
Yeah.
When I almost didn't get a chance to see my son,
Yeah.
because I'm shoot up and he, you know, coming,
Wow.
and I was about to go. And you know, God flipped that thing around
Wow.
with simple prayer, and that's when I really knew that it's a God.
He's listening.
Yeah. To me, you know, I know y'all might think I'm crazy.
We may be on our own, but he's listening to Anthony.
Sometimes I think that we live our lives and we think we're living for ourselves, but we're really living to show other people other examples of what not to do or what to do or different paths. And so I just kind of say I'm living for for everybody to see. And so I think you've lived a life that you can definitely show other people, and I'm glad you're getting a chance to tell a little bit of your story, and people can hear and see your journey and what you've been through, and they can learn from it and grow from it. So I am very happy that you came on the show today and share that with us.
Anthony, thank you so much for being here. You've been listening to Enough Pies, Tales from the Manor, a conversation with residents of the Joseph Floyd Manor with me and my co-host, Jae Smith. To learn more about Enough Pie, a nonprofit that uses creativity to connect and empower our community on Charleston's Upper Peninsula, please visit enoughpie.org. To learn more about Ohm Radio, please visit www.ohmradio963.org. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you so much for joining us. See you next time, guys.
What you need, baby,